So you want to talk about human sacrifice? Hmm. See, they always tell you about the Mayan human sacrifice, Roman human sacrifice, all these little ancient stories about human sacrifice. But they never tell you about modern day human sacrifice. Human sacrifice in 2024, before it and beyond it. Why would somebody, what is human sacrifice? It's when you sacrifice a human, but it's for a reason. Maybe for their gods, some type of physical strength, some type of insight to the future. Life insurance. See, it's already a narrative that's already set up in place. When you're a felon, well, you may smoke, you may drink, you may use coke, pop pills. It's a narrative set up in place to make it easy for you to be a human sacrifice. Now, let's look at it, life insurance real quick, right? In order, there's no protocol to find out who got life insurance on you. Ain't no number to call to see who got life insurance on you. Ain't no major company that works to see who got life insurance on you. When you got this background or you got this history of criminal activity or just being in the streets, you pretty much a lollipop. See, okay, let's just get down to the nitty gritty, right? Number one, you got to protect your personal information. You got to protect your personal information. Why? Because when somebody got your personal information, it's easy for them to put a policy on you. Pay it for a few years, then wham, put $1 million policy on you. You got $1 million policy, man, you have 4-5 people. You have 4-5 people, man, chipping in on that. Just imagine you could have 3-4 families, an individual from each family that have put a policy on you or put a policy on one of their own. And you sitting up here living your life, not aware that something like this is going on. And you got people, more people that's in on it, circling around you like sharks. They circling you like sharks. And it's the thing when it comes to human sacrifice, man. You never know who doing it. You will never know if it's your father or your mother. And sometimes, a lot of times, see, people be wondering, what happened to the black father? What happened to the father? Human sacrifice. Human sacrifice. The narrative is already set up, man. The narrative is already there. The situation is already sitting there waiting for you. And you got people that's highly aware of this. Highly aware. Think about it like this. You got people who raise their kids to be NFL players or NBA players, right? And if they don't make it to the NFL or the NBA, they at least like get to like they at least acquire a certain set of skills where they could be trainers or they could be coaches or you know what I'm saying, right? Then they got women that they train to go after these type of men. So when they come to human sacrifice, it's the same concept. See, we can't let this we can't let because that we got technology, we assume that time is different from what it was 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago. The time ain't no different. The time ain't no different. If they had these phones and all that stuff, these time communication devices back then, they'd have been doing the same thing I'm doing right now. Just imagine if they had phones and stuff like they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they was able to doing what we doing right now. That'd be crazy. A lot of people probably wouldn't even been born. Like what we've been, moms have been born. Yeah, different mamas, right? But yeah, No, but on a serious note though, man, it'll be people that's raised to participate in that human sacrifice. Like you literally got a broad who was raised to be your baby mama or raised to be your wife, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Raised to be your wife. And let's not even talk about the fentanyl. The fentanyl is like the ultimate weapon. I survived. So I was drugged. I was drugged by somebody I thought I trusted, and I seen when she did it, but I didn't know that's what she was doing. And it felt, I felt my fingers pulling back, like it felt like someone was taking my fingers and pulling them back. I'm sitting there looking on the phone, like looking for like symptoms, and my toes. It felt like my toes was curling up towards me. It felt like it felt like everything was going towards my heart. And I studied under, I became studied under more science when I was incarcerated. And in a questionnaire, it says, who is Allah? The answer is the Father of the universe. The next question is, can we see him? Or I think it's, can you see him or can we see him? The answer is no. Then the next question is, where is the nearest place to meet him? And the answer is in the heart, right? So this is the second time, and I may talk about the first time, but this is the second time this happened, where my heart spoke to me and told me, keep dancing, don't stop moving. Cause when she put in my drink, I took a sip of the drink, cause she put some water. I seen her pouring water in my drink. I'm like, what you pouring water in my drink for? She was like, it was too strong. I'm like, what the hell? I take a sip of the drink, then I take a sip of the water. I'm like, nah, you tweak. I take another sip of the drink, take another sip of the water. I'm like, yeah, your ass tweaking. She take the cup, the drink, and throw it out the window. I'm like, what'd you do that for? She was like, some ashes fell in the drink. So my heart told me, keep dancing. I'm talking about literally. When I say my heart told me, let me describe that to you. So you know how like when you think and your brain is like you hearing your thoughts in your brain. You know what? I'm gonna skip it. But I'm gonna just say this. My heart told me, don't stop dancing. Keep moving. And I kept dancing, kept moving, kept moving. I'm drenching in sweat. I'm looking at this broad, man. She's sitting there looking at me like dead serious. Like I've never seen this look on her face before. It was weird. And she was like, "You okay? You tired? You want to go lay down or something? You okay?" Cause at this point, when I say I'm dripping in sweat, I'm like, I'm good. I'm I'm right there playing my music. I'm right there playing all type of music. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, I just close my eyes and I'm listening to my heart tell me, don't stop dancing, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, don't stop dancing. She steady trying to get me to go lay down. But I'm gonna leave this story on the shelf, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: it felt like everything in my body was pulling towards my heart, trying to get to my heart. It felt like my neck. I know this sounds weird, but it felt like my neck was trying to go down to my heart, into my heart. It felt like my lungs was trying to go into my heart. It felt like my stomach was pulling up, trying to get into my heart. My fingers was pulling back, but it felt like my fingers was trying to get into my heart, like trying to, and I don't know how to describe that because I'm sitting there trying to hold the phone and my fingers is like curling back, but it's like curling back and like turning like towards my heart. Like everything was pulling towards my heart. From my toes, everything was going to, it's crazy because it's getting me kind of emotional thinking about it. And my heart, eventually I ended up taking a Narcan because I took a drug test from Walgreens and it said it was positive for fentanyl. I got the pictures of my drug test. She took the drug test, but I got the picture of the drug test. I took a picture of it. Her drug test was negative. Mine was positive for fentanyl. But see, I grabbed it off the shelf and put that back on the shelf. But I went to the police about it. I went to the hospital. They played me on it. I went to the police about it. They played me on it. And I ended up doing a job for a cop. Uh, I told him about it. Like the cop was off duty, but he tell me like, he was like, the reason why nobody helping you is because you a dead man talking. You not even supposed to be alive telling your story. You supposed to be dead. He said you a dead man talking. Can you believe that? Human sacrifice. So now when you see all these young men out here dying, you see all these people out here getting killed, you see all these kids out here getting killed, overdoses, shootings, kidnappings, or abductions, women coming up missing. You think this stuff going on for free? You really think this is going on for free? you know what's going on. I know you here. We talk like that. Sometimes we ain't gotta speak. We could jump on that frequency and you can hear what I'm saying. See, there's people that's on this planet that know that they here and they just gonna enjoy it to the fullest while they here. And they willing to do whatever it takes to be financially able by any means necessary. They don't care about your life. They don't care about my life. They don't care about your kids. They don't care about my kids. All the scams is drying up. The only scam that's still left is the life insurance scam. Yeah. Don't give nobody your information. This tax season coming up, be very, very, very careful. Then if you can, file your own shit. But be very, 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 very careful on who you give your information to. And you know what? I'm going to say it like that. You see it. So that's how I'm going to say it. Jump on the frequency. I know you know what I'm saying. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Run up my page so then we can start jumping on the lives. You know what I'm saying? We can start jumping on the lives, start getting some live questions. We can start getting some different topics. You know what I'm saying? But this topic right here, out of all the stuff that I done talked about, this right here is probably the most important topic. These narratives is already set up, man. From the streets and the gun violence to the women and your sexual behavior. And I mean, and the sexual behavior, like, just look at, I mean, human sacrifice, don't get it twisted. It ain't always somebody dying. It ain't always somebody dying. Because we all gonna eventually get out of these shells or get out of this flesh. We all gonna eventually leave up out of it, right? So human sacrifice ain't always about somebody dying. It could be incarceration. I'm gonna just say two names. I'm gonna just say two names, right? If you know anything about basketball, you know what? I'm not even gonna say these names. I'm not gonna say the names. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start a Patreon. I'm gonna start a Patreon where, with these discussions, I'm gonna start. If y'all watch these videos and y'all want me to talk back on these, like get back on that topic, then I'll go back on the Patreon and I'll drop it on the Patreon. I'm not dropping. It's things that I will not. It's not even that YouTube don't even want me to talk about it, but it's things that I will not talk about on this YouTube, on any social media outlet. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna start the Patreon on the real. I'm gonna start a Patreon and drop the exclusive conversations and exclusive topics on there. On the real, that's what I'm gonna do. But entertainment, oh man, so much human sacrifice. And see, we always looking at the. See, you want to tell you what the illusion is with the superstars. You know what I'm saying? The make, like, come on, man, we gotta get back down to the ground level where you at, where you operating at. Because this is where you operating at is where it's going on the worst. This is where it's going on the worst. Just like get to talk about the life insurance. Yeah, we see it going with what happened with, they be talking about King Von and who else? What's the 300 Entertainment or something like that? Where they talk about with Gucci Man and his artists. They were saying about like pretty much the life insurance policies. They sign the artists, put the life insurance policies on them, take them out and check a bag. Right? But we stuck in the illusion that, oh, that's only happening to them. That's what happened to them. Man, that's happening to your ass too. Man, look. If you see what LeVar Ball was able to do with his kids, what what Joseph Jackson was able to do with his kids, you just seeing the people who were super successful and sacrificing their kids in that lane in sports and entertainment. You only seeing the people who sacrifice their kids in sports and entertainment. You're not seeing the people who sacrifice their kids in the streets. The people who sacrifice their kids in the streets don't make the news. I mean, don't make ESPN. You're not gonna see them stats on ESPN. And that could be in any direction. It could be a sacrifice in the streets from sexually, from selling drugs, using drugs, killing, robbing. The narrative is already there. And you think, see, the messed up part about it is we sitting back thinking that our fathers ran away when in actuality they were sacrificed. We thinking our fathers died, and in actuality they were sacrificed. Human sacrifice.